welcome back to the show. Celebrating the history here in northern Michigan while breathing new life into historic buildings is a great way to connect with those that came before us.
And 1902 Resort and Retreats, located in a renovated 1902 schoolhouse, is a great example of the joy these endeavors can bring to the community. And we are joined by Alan and Kelly Nash with more information. Thank you guys for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so I would love to start out just talking about how you came about the schoolhouse and how did you come up with the idea to, renovate it and kind of make it a little retreat for people to come and visit.
So interestingly enough, I spotted the building one day on my way back from Indian River to Wolverine, and I drove down this side road that I had never gone down before. I was new to the area, and I spotted this building, and I went home and I said to Alan, "Oh my gosh, I saw the coolest building today." And he said, "Oh, I know that building." He's like, "That's the schoolhouse. It housed Wolverine camps for 50 years.
Oh, wow.
So fast forward about 4 months later, Alan's coming back from Indian River, and he sees a for sale sign. He drives down there, and it was for sale. And he said, "You're not going to guess what's for sale." I said, "You're kidding." I said, "Can we go look at it?" He goes, "Yeah, we can look at it." And like 4 hours later, we had put an offer in on it.
Oh, wow.
The serendipity of life sometimes is amazing. It's almost like life was like, "Hey guys, here's a really cool schoolhouse. I think y'all should get on this." Tell us a little bit more about the history here, because this is fascinating. That you said it was a camp for 50 years?
It was. So it was built in 1902 by Earl Mead, who also built the beautiful church in Harbor Springs. So he was a pretty famous architect in Michigan. He's built lots of public buildings, and he actually was the architect for this building. And so interestingly enough, in 1908, this building, that area was subject to a huge fire. Oh. And everything in the area, there used to be a lumber company across the road from there, and all of it burned. And when that happened, all of the men in the village, they sent all of the women and children to Indian River to get away from the fire, and they banded together to save that building. And that building virtually was the only thing that was left from the village of Hackwood. There actually was a village there. And so when we started to renovate it, we decided we wanted to make sure that we really kept the historical integrity of it. So since then, it has belonged to the DNR. It's belonged to a man who made a lodge for people coming up on the railroad. And then the Zimmerleys bought it, I believe in 1968, and they had Wolverine camps there for 50 years. So lots and lots. They figured over 100,000 kids have gone through there. Wow. As part of the camps. And that was actually the dormitory. The schoolhouse was the dormitory. The main part of the camp was a little bit north. But yeah, so it has a really rich history, and we want to keep that going.
And it's all Michigan-based history.
Right, right. It's one of those, if the walls could talk.
Oh,
absolutely.
Wow. The stories that building would tell.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about what you guys have renovated it as. What kind of business is it?
Basically, as you said, this was a find, and the timing was perfect because 2 years ago we started a company called Under the Stars Glamorous Camping.
Yes.
So our vision at that time was this would be an extension of our mobile glamorous camping business. So it kind of all came together at the right time.
Yeah, it did.
So that's the direction that we're going, because for the last few years with Under the Stars, we'll bring the glamorous camping event to your venue. But we've heard over time from our customers that, what about for us for individuals who's traveling north?
Oh yeah.
Do you have a place for us to stay?
I want to experience glamping, but I don't have a place for you guys to bring your setup.
Yes.
Now there's a place we can go.
That was the vision for 1902, was an extension of that. So the schoolhouse is the first step in us building out a glamorous camping venue.
How cool.
That is clever.
Yeah.
That is so clever. Yes. Now, I know this is a perfect location, full of history. Did you find the renovating process more difficult because you were trying to be so careful, keeping the important historical context intact?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's been a challenge. So we we're originally going to use the schoolhouse itself as the service building for our campground, but because of all the upgrades that would have been made to it because of the regulations for a campground, we actually moved our service building to a garage that's built to mimic the schoolhouse, which is behind there. So then we're left with this building like, okay, what can we do with this? We want to do something really special. We want to involve the community. We want to be able to have people use it. So that's why we came up with the idea to use it actually as a venue. So there's a banquet space for 50, but then the other side, it's two sides, and it has a foyer and a kitchenette in the middle. But then the other side, we've actually put in four sets of bunks, so we can actually sleep 8 or 16 in there. So we're hoping to be able to do retreats there as well. So wellness retreats we've got coming up. We've got lots of different things that we'll be able to use that building for.
Or just large families.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're hoping for snowmobilers, families, that kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Now, if people want to find more information, where can they go?
Okay, so you can go to our website, which is 1902resortandretreats.com. You can also call us if you want more information. That's 989-619-5445.
Perfect.
Alan, Kelly, thank you both so much for coming in and sharing this with us, and also for taking a slice of Michigan history and saving it for the next generation. And we're going to make sure all the links you need, it's all going to be available after the show day over on 9and10news.com.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.